What's up guys, this is Taylor from Lowstate, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my new drift build. It's a 1999 E46, it's a 328. When I bought it, it was stock. It just had these M3 wheels on it. So far what I've done is put cheap eBay coilovers on it. Front lip and the tow hook thing. I put this Rocket Bunny wing thing on it, which I'm actually not that big of a fan of. I cut the muffler off and did some blast pipes. I also installed a short shifter and a racing seat, steering wheel. Also, of course, I got the diff welded, and so far I'm into this thing under $2,000. So if any of you are following this channel and you were just waiting for more 240 stuff, it's gonna be a while. The reason I picked up this E46 is because I need seat time. Every time I've taken my 240 to a drift event, it breaks down on me first or second run. I haven't been able to really drive the car, and I've been putting too much time and money into it. So I wanted something that is pretty much stock that I could just get in, drive, do a whole event, and then drive the car home. So I picked up this E46 for about 1,100 bucks. It's a 328. I put some cheap coilovers on it. I got them off eBay for 230 bucks. Getting the diff welded cost me about $175 because I took it to a shop to have them put a welded diff that I purchased in it because it was 2 hours before a drift event and I wanted to drive. Front lip cost 50 bucks. The muffler cost me 50 bucks. I just welded it on myself. The wing cost, I think it was like 100 bucks, 113 bucks, around there. Steering wheel I had, so I just threw it in. The seat I bought for 50 bucks from a friend. Short shifter, 20 bucks off eBay. Really, this is just a super budget build that I wanted to do. Just so I'd have something that I could take to events, beat the crap out of it, burn through some tires, and drive the car home. So essentially that's what I've got, and I'm into it less than $2,000. For the rest of this video, I'm going to be installing some angle adapters that I just bought for this. They look like this. I believe they're SLR knockoffs or something like that, but I got them for like 50 bucks off of eBay. And they just bolt on. I might have to either shorten my tie rods or just adjust them in a bit. I am going to have to go get an alignment after this, which sucks because I just barely went and got one before the last event, but whatever. So I'm going to be installing these today. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do after you lift your car up and get your wheel off, spray WD-40 on pretty much everything. And the way this is going to mount is these brackets. One goes right there, and one is going to bolt in right here, and then you move your tie rod from this mounting point to this mounting point. Right here we're going to have a 18mm socket on the tie rod and an 18 on the lower control arm. So now that I have the nut off of the tie rod right here, now I just need to get the nut off of the lower control arm right here. You don't actually have to drop your lower control arm. The way this works is this will go in right here, and then lower control arm bolt goes through there and remains in the stock location. Okay, so I got the tie rod off, and now you can see how this is all going to mount up. Adapter goes on like this. Comes with new hardware. That screws on to where the lower control arm was. And it comes with a stud that goes underneath where the stock tie rod location is. And that bolts up. Okay, so I have this side all bolted on. I took my outer tie rod off because it's gonna go up through that hole, but I have the steering wheel turned straight and the wheel on the other side is straight. And as you can see, well, you probably can't really see, but I'm gonna have to shorten the inner tie rod probably by about 1 inch. I'll just get a cut-off wheel, cut about 1 inch off of that, so that this can thread on there far enough. Okay, so my camera died, so I'm going to be using my GoPro to finish this up. You can see right here, I chopped off about 1 inch from my inner tie rod, and I still have a little bit of toe out with the wheel straight inside the car and the wheel straight on the other side, so I'm gonna have to cut off about another 1/4 inch of it. So I got this on. Basically you have to chop it so that when you thread on the outer tie rod, you have to chop it so that essentially it butts all the way up against to where the threads end. Then you can see when you push the tie rod into its new mounting point. Sorry if you can't see anything. One hand in the GoPro. Push that up into its mounting point. Everything is lined up. Okay, so this is this side completely finished. Everything's all bolted up. The tie rod end is shortened. So this is a before. I haven't done the driver's side yet. That's about how much angle it has. Now I'll do this side and we'll do a before and after. So I've got the driver's side all bolted up. You can see it here. Hopefully that focuses. Shortened the inner tie rod. That's about how much thread I had to chop off. It's a little over 1 inch. And then that allows you to adjust it in so that when the steering wheel is straight, you don't have any toe out, but you don't have much room to adjust it in. So I believe there's another way to do this using different tie rod end combinations, but I didn't want to do that because this is obviously a budget build. So if it causes me any problems in the future, I will change those out. As you can see here, just with the stock angle with the M3 wheels that I have on it, I've been having rubbing issues at full lock. So once I put the wheels back on, it's probably going to be even worse. I need these adapters, probably work better with an extended lower control arm, which you have to buy aftermarket because these aren't 240s and you can't just box and extend them. But I'm going to throw the wheels back on and then we'll see how we're sitting. So this is a before. So here's an after view of how much angle I have now. It's actually, you can't actually turn the wheel completely sideways because it, for some reason, it eliminated the rubbing on the inside of the wheel I had. As you can see, this one turned full lock, spins freely with no weight on it. The car's still jacked up. But on the passenger side, you can see the wheel is hitting on the inside. It's actually rubbing right here. So since I don't have extended lower control arms to go along with these adapters. And I'm actually running a 15mm spacer on these wheels already. I'm probably gonna have to get some lower offset wheels, or I have a lot of 5x114 wheels sitting around that I was running on my 240. I might order some adapters so I can go from 5x120 to 5x114. Those adapters are usually about an inch thick, and then I'll find some skinny low offset wheels, probably about 7.5 or 8 inches wide, and I'll run those on the front, and hopefully that will solve any of my rubbing issues. Obviously I'll probably have to roll and pull the fenders eventually, but we'll see when the time comes. So adding this angle might just cause more problems for me, but now you guys have seen how it's installed. I haven't seen a lot of videos on YouTube about it besides the one on Austin's channel. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. Hopefully if you've been thinking about adding angle to your BMW and you weren't sure how, hopefully this helped you out. This is my first time doing anything like this, so if anyone has any pointers or whatever, I'm definitely open to taking some advice from people with BMW drifting experience. So if you have any pointers, leave them down in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.